Would you like to hear a fact? It's fun. I think it's fun. It's a fun fact. It's a fun fact. I heard this the other day. Sloths move 3 times slower in water. Did you know that? Did you know sloths move 3 times slower in water? I don't know how. Like, have you seen a sloth move? I don't know how they would move any slower. But somehow they do. 3 times, which, I mean, for them is terrible. They should probably stay away from water at all costs. Now, we all know YouTube can be a place of great work and great content and fun, happy, entertaining times. But that's probably only about 10% of it. The other 90%, horse shit, sucks, very bad. Am I in that 90% or in the 10%? Probably the 90. I'd like to think I'm in the 10%, but that's just not the case probably. I put minimal effort in, my ideas are long and drawn out. My skits, I wouldn't say they're that funny. I think they're funny, but you would say, today I wanted to look at a gimmick account called Bad YouTube Content. I've had a look. Maybe a gimmick account, but it's got what I need. Steal from Peter to pay Paul, or whatever that saying is. I accidentally came during a job interview. Okay, how dare you put Dan Henell, Dan Henell? How dare you put him on Bad YouTube Content? You take that back, you son of a bitch. He is not in the 10%, he is the 0.1%, okay? You stupid son of a bitch. How dare you? And so what, he accidentally came during a job interview? Happens to the best of us. I haven't done it, but I assume the best of us do it. That's how they get the job. I know there's probably a lot of Hollywood executives that probably come during job interviews. And they're executives, so that must mean something. We failed to make my cat squirt. That can't be real. That can't be real. I'm not even looking at the thumbnail at this point. That cannot be a real title. Simply cannot. I know this guy is a fucking freak, but that cannot be a real title. Can you even make a cat squirt? You know what? I don't even want to know. Don't tell me. Don't look it up. Don't put it anywhere I can see it. Alright? I want to be blinded to if a cat can squirt or not. I mean, that's got to be a sentence I never thought I would utter. Can a cat squirt? And yet I've said it. And I hate it. I don't like it. Autistic student claps teacher, gets her pregnant. Verified channel? Teacher claps autistic student, gets her pregnant. Unbelievable ending. I suppose if the ending isn't him going to prison, then that would be unbelievable, but student gets autistic teacher pregnant. What is with this guy and autism? He's obsessed. He's like, you know what we haven't had in the Darman Sphereverse yet? Autistic people getting fucked, or autistic people fucking. Not enough of that. We need more eyes on that. That needs more exposure. Are these like stories told from an old book, or do people actually act in these? No matter how desperate you were for money, why would you act in something called autistic student claps teacher, gets her pregnant? Why? The reasons I hate black people. Ooh, 10 days left to live. Goodbye. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing, but what are you looking at? Your feet. I mean, not because I want to, but because they're gigantic and they're right in my face. So, I'm sorry that I caught a glimpse of those piggies, but they're right there. They're right in my face. I couldn't do anything. If I could look away, I would have, but I couldn't. Everywhere I looked, the piggies were on that screen. They're huge. Those size 17 fucking hoofers, alright, are right in my face. Alright, what do you want me to look at? There's nothing else to look at. Just the feet. I don't want to look at them, but they're there. It's like a car crash. TikTok Riz Party. You know, one day I hope to have children, but then I look at things like this and I go, why racism isn't bad. Now, I don't agree with probably what he's about to say, but on the basis of being fair and listening to other people's opinions, you know, let's hear him out. What's he got to say? Maybe he'll make some valid points. Probably not, but you never know. Definitely won't, but could. Kids at TikTok Riz Party be like? I gotta know, what is a TikTok Riz Party? What is the basis of a TikTok Riz Party? You know, it's when I look at things like this, I mean, I'm sure it's like a funny, you know, haha, TikTok Riz Party, you guys get it? I'm sure it's funny to the teenagers today. Wow. Mark it down. I'm old. But it's these things that I go, kids today, I don't get them. I'm a 23-year-old and I feel like I'm a 73-year-old. What is happening? Help me. Trying Five Guys for the first time. Now that's humour. That's something I can get behind. Not trying Five Guys. That's not my thing, but the video. I don't want to try Five Guys, alright? There's no universe where I would want to try Five Guys. I don't want to try Five Guys. I don't want Five Guys in me, with me, on me. I don't want right, you probably want Five Guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you probably do. Gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but gay. Baby's exposed to brain rot, be like. Who's this Ben Bros guy and why does he keep popping up? Kill him. Someone kill him. I mean, someone needs to put him down a well, because I'm sick of it. Sick of it. And why is Messi an old child? Why has Messi become an old child? Leave Messi alone, okay? Twitch girl belly top 25 countdown. Will you stop, you just relax. Are you that thirsty? Let's not do this Comic Zone funny videos. I doubt I would laugh during that whole 5 minutes and 44. I doubt. I would. Probably not. I probably wouldn't even go, Super Bowl, I sure hope it does. It's not even content anymore. We're just looking at funny jokes. Sandy farts on a flower. SpongeBob sniffs it. See, this is the problem with normalising everything. People just upload just filth. Just filth. You know, just upload an absolute just filth to the internet without any shame whatsoever. You know, normalise this, normalise that. Normalise finding Christ, alright? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to find Christ. I haven't been to a church in years, but after this I'm feeling the need to maybe just go and pray for a little while, you know? I feel like single-handedly reading through these could send me straight to hell. I need to atone. I don't know, maybe some holy water, maybe put it in with my regular water, or eat the body of Christ. It's not cannibalism, it's only bread. Well, I think it's bread, I don't know, it's some type of wafer. It's not really bread, it's a wafer. I wish they served bread instead of the wafer, because the wafer gets stuck to my mouth. Gets stuck to the roof of the mouth, alright? I would prefer just regular bread. Just get a big loaf of bread and just start tearing that off. And I know it's probably harder to do that than just have, 10 million wafers in the back, but more people would come, not like that, to church, because you can't come in church. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't come in church. That's one of the commandments, I think. Don't come. That was the 11th commandment, I think. Thou shalt not come in thine church, because it's bad. That little bit was added at the end, just to make sure that everyone knew. I went down on my younger cousin during quarantine. I don't regret it. Kill yourself. I don't know what to say. Just, I should have just stopped when I started talking about coming in church, but I didn't, and I regret it. So I'm going to stop now. I think it's time. I hate everything I viewed, except for Dan Henell. I don't know how to say it. Starts with a H. Danny H. I won't call him that. I have too much respect. So, that's enough. I've had it. Like and subscribe, or you will have a bad evening. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Don't look at me. You looked at me and didn't do the two things I said. Okay, so it's not my fault. Okay, it's not my fault that you've been cursed for the evening. And yes, it's only like a 12-hour thing, right? And you could just wait it out, but something may or may not happen to you that's bad. And what may happen to you in that 12-hour period is not up to me to decide. It's up to the ghosts that I have hanging around me. Not ghost riders, I'm not Drake, but just regular ghost apparitions, those alike. It's probably in your best interest if you do those two things, okay? Sweet cheeks. That was me tapping you on the head. It's like a nice friendly, good on ya. Alright, that's the longest outro I've ever had. Goodbye.
Shifty Drongo. I love Shifty Drongo.